Looked really difficult to try to get, any kind of room in the post. Yeah, she got 14, but seemed to be a pretty rough night. Just what were they doing inside to try to contain you?
I don't know. It was something that I've seen before. It wasn't anything different. They kind of took away my space. They sent multiple people. But, I mean, like I said, it's something that I've never seen. I think with me right now, it's just a mental aspect of it. I felt the same way I felt against Missouri, and I felt like I didn't play well. I didn't play well today, and I apologize to my teammates for that. But the biggest thing is it's something that I've seen before. I just have to figure it out. I got to figure it out within myself and mentally of the game.
AJ here in the back. How would you describe how that second quarter went, and why do you think the game got away from you guys in that second frame?
Yeah, I actually think we did pretty good in the second half. Well, in the second quarter, I mean, they pulled away, of course, but it's kind of tough when you dig a hole to get out. But I think the second half, I think we came out with a lot more energy. We were more aggressive, and I think some good things came out of it. I'm proud about, especially how I call Shay my daughter. I'm proud about how my daughter played today. She really showed out, and we need that. We need that. Lily came out and gave us great energy. So I think we found ourselves in the second half. But, hey, once you dig yourself in a hole like that, especially with a great team like UConn, it's tough to pull out because they really can pick you apart if you're not paying attention. And also with the offensive droughts, we need to really focus and buckle down on that as well.
Back on the left, Matt.
Asia, what does this team make you want to improve on in your personal game?
This team as in us? UConn? I don't know. Really, I think the biggest thing is the offensive droughts. We can't go possessions without getting the ball into the basket. We have to rebound. We have to really get out. We have to run in transition. That's our biggest thing. And I think with us, with a great team like UConn and playing against them, I think we kind of see our weaknesses, and that's individual-wise. I think when we go back and watch film, we can identify the things that we did wrong and learn from there. But I think it all comes, yes, it is a team collectively, but at the same time, if everyone can do their part and get their job done, I think we could really succeed. So I think that's our biggest thing when we play against UConn is how can we get better and grow from this.
In the back, Greg.
Asia, you and Coach Staley were having a talk during the alma mater there, I noticed. What was she telling you? What were you guys discussing just there in that moment?
It was just normal coach-player talk. She was kind of, after every game, I kind of go over there and just kind of talk with her and just see her point of view of how I played and how the team played and how can I relay it back to my teammates. How can I continue to be a captain out there? How can I lead in certain ways? So it was just typical coach-player talk.
Asia, they're not real tall, but how does that UConn team compare to the other three that you've played against?
I honestly don't know how to answer that. I think the only difference is the height-wise. They're still running out in transition. They still are getting second chance points. They're still UConn. It is what it is. I can't put it in any type of way, but I don't think there's any key thing that separates them other than the height.
Greg.
Bianca, what was it like playing UConn for the first time, and at what point did you start to feel comfortable? It seemed like you started to score a lot more in the third quarter.
I don't think I approached this game any different than the rest of the games, but when we went into halftime, Coach Staley said be aggressive, so I was just trying to listen to what she said and take it in.
David.
Asia, you've obviously been here before, with a loss to UConn, but the goals are still out in front of you in terms of titles and tournaments and that kind of thing. What do you say to the younger players like Bianca about how the approach is from here?
Turn the page, especially right now when we have this. We still have Mississippi State coming up. So the biggest thing is just turning the page, and I think they understand how to turn the page as well. They feed off of us a lot, especially the young ones. They feed off of us and I guess myself. So my biggest thing is just, okay, yes, this is a loss. We have to take it in. We learn from it. We grow from it. But at the same time, it's not the end of the season. We still have a lot more games to play, and this isn't going to. Our goals haven't not changed within individually and as a team goal. So our biggest thing is just making sure that they don't get too down in the dumps, and also not too high with the highs, not too low with the lows. I mean, Shay, she had a great game. She really played well. That's something that she should hold her head up high about. But at the same time, she has to understand. Okay, we have Mississippi State next. We got to prep for that. So just keeping the wheels going.
With all the good
with all the ranked teams you're playing, it seems like you've got one every game against a ranked team. Talk about how that's going to help you come tournament time at the end of the year.
Yeah, it's going to help us out a lot. I mean, this is kind of this week is really NCAA tournament. This is how it is. This is how SEC tournament is. So it really does help us. So we're not really caught off guard when we have to play those great teams like that in tournament play and when things are on the line. So I think this is really good for us to have this in the middle of the season because it gives our young players time to kind of adjust and know, hey, this is how it's going to be. So just get used to it and keep going.
Asia, every other time you played them, they've been the reigning champions, and you were trying to be the team to knock them off.
Yeah.
What, did it feel any different now that you guys were the reigning champs and they were the ones coming into your house?
Not really. Honestly, like I've said in the past, we kind of treat it like another game. That was last year. That was a great year, but now we're focused right now on what we need to get done. So I don't think coming in it was anything about who won it last year. Honestly, we just got to continue to do us and stay within our system.
Anything else for student athletes?
Mm-hmm.